What is up, Guru Gang? If you are new, welcome to my channel, and if you have been a part of the gang, thank you so much for coming back to today's video, you guys. Today, y'all, I have a very large fragrance haul. So large that I decided to go ahead and split it into two parts. So this will be part one. Stay tuned for part two sometime next week. I did want to mention some of these fragrances were gifted to me in PR, and some of them I purchased with my own money. I would say the large majority of them I purchased with my own money, or I selected them. Either way, y'all, this video is not sponsored in any way. All of these opinions will be those of my own. And y'all know I will have my links in the description box as well, which those are affiliate links. So if you shop them, that does directly support me and my channel. But now that I have the disclaimer out of the way, let's go ahead and get into the haul. Now, for the sake of time, I'm not gonna go like too deep into notes. I'll have the notes on the screen for you guys as I'm talking about these fragrances. But I did want to start this video off by giving a huge shout out to Lucky Scent for gifting me the first fragrance, and to also let you guys know I do now have a discount code with them. So again, this video is not sponsored. However, if you are looking for an amazing place to try out some niche fragrances, girl, I know not a lot of people live in metropolitan areas to where you can go to somewhere that sells niche fragrances so that you can actually sample them. So if you want to try some out, girl, or just purchase a full-size bottle of a niche fragrance that you've been testing, that you know that you like, I highly recommend checking out Lucky Scent. And now you can use my discount code, which I will have in the description box below, because honestly, y'all, like if I go on there to treat myself and like buy something, I usually will throw in a few samples, and also you get free samples, I think, with a minimum purchase as well. So it's just a bomb place to shop, y'all. And the other really great thing too that I really like about them is if you click on a fragrance you know you like, they will show fragrances at the bottom of like other fragrances you might be interested in. So those would be things that you would, you know, potentially want to get samples of. Anyways, I'm done rambling. I want to show you the fragrance they actually gifted me, you guys. First fragrance we're going to talk about is Stephane Humbert Lucas. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This is God of Fire. This has been on my fragrance wish list for so long. And I wanted to buy this at the beginning of the summer, but y'all know I was moving and then I was traveling. Like, this was just a hectic summer. And she's pricey, okay? I'm not going to lie, she's pricey. She's up there, especially for this size. I was just going to go ahead and blind buy it because all of the reviews I was seeing, basically we're talking about this being a mango fragrance. And I've told you guys before, mango is one of my favorite scent notes, but I also feel like I don't have a lot of mango perfumes. So that is just a scent that I have been wanting more of in my collection. And y'all, when I tell y'all, I don't know what's going on with my senses and my taste lately, but it's definitely changing to where I'm starting to appreciate a lot more unisex fragrances. And while I will say a man could pull this off, this is still very feminine leaning. I feel like the mango in here, it's just very warm, but then there's just a little bit of spice in there. Like I said, I will have the notes on the screen for you guys, but I'm pretty sure there was like mango, berries, it's a little woody. I want to say the spice was like coumarin or something like that. Then there's ginger, there's lemon, there's some jasmine. So the jasmine definitely helps it to stay kind of in that feminine territory. But I think like the lemon, the ginger, just gives it a little bit of this kind of juicy citrus twist. Like, y'all know if y'all are eating a mango and you sprinkle lemon juice on top and it just kind of makes the flavors pop. That is what this is doing. And then the woody vibes just kind of come through. This is absolutely, honestly, y'all, I will probably put this on my August tray, which if you did not see my tray video, definitely check that out. I will probably put this on September as well, because this is very much a transitional scent where it's fruity and tropical, but it's also got the nice balance of those spicy, woody nuances that really makes this the bomb for the spring, the summer, the fall, like transitional weather. This will be amazing in, y'all. And the best part, I've already worn this, lasts forever. I've already gotten like 3 compliments on it. I'm just so excited to get some more use out of this, familiarize myself with the scent a little bit more. And I'm just so thankful to Lucky Scent for them sending this over. So thank you guys so much. Definitely check them out if you are interested in some niche fragrances. Oh my God, y'all, this smells so, you know what this reminds me of? And y'all, this is gonna be a little chatty, casual fragrance haul, okay? So I will add, you know, timestamps for the things you may or may not be interested in, of course. But this, you guys, reminds me of one of my favorite Manceras, which is Amber Fever. It kind of has like this, I think it's just the way that I want to say it's cypriol that's in here. It's kind of like that pine needle type of smell. But the way that it's mixing with the woody base and the jasmine, it's almost giving me a little bit of a boozy vibe, and it reminds me a lot of Mantero's Amber Fever, just a little bit more juicy and mango forward, so it leans a lot more feminine to me. But yeah, y'all, absolutely love this. She's not blind buy safe at all. Do not blind buy her. But again, I have done extensive research on this, watched tons of reviews, and I just knew it would be something that I like, and I am not disappointed. So yeah, that is Stephane Humbert Luca's God of Fire. Also, y'all, the bottle. Wait, hold on. Let me turn it so y'all can see. The bottle, like, be for real. Literally. Okay. Let's go to the next one. The next fragrance that I wanted to show you guys is actually one that I've already talked about on my channel a million times, but I just want to thank Skylar for sending me this over. This is the Boardwalk Delight. It has now been released in the full size. It's been out for a few months now, but I'm just getting around to showing you guys this, but I think I did post this on my community tab a few months ago. I don't know. But yeah, this packaging is just super cute, and this is a scent I have been reaching for a lot. I did have a little roller ball that I have already gone through. You guys will see in an upcoming empties video. So I'm just happy to have the full size now because I just love spray bottles so much more, and I used to just always complain that they needed to release this in either a travel size spray or a full size spray. So I'm just super happy. If you love very likable cotton candy, kind of aquatic, creamy coconut milk type of scents, definitely check it out. I would say I prefer it more in the summer, but I can absolutely see this being worn into fall or year round, just for an easy reach or something non-offensive and sweet that is not going to offend anybody, and it's just very, very likable. So yeah, that is the Skylar's Boardwalk Delight. You can pick this up at Sephora or from the Skylar website. Let's get into some fragrances that I purchased with my own money. This next one, you guys, is BDK's Velvet Tonka. Y'all, listen, this is another one that had been on my wish list for a while, and I finally broke down and purchased this as well as Passe Soir, which I was going to include in this haul, but I've already talked about it in my last favorites video as well as my August perfume tray. So just watch those if you want to hear my thoughts on that fragrance. But this is one that I bought specifically for the fall weather because this is supposed to be an almondy fragrance, an almondy vanilla. And y'all know how I feel about creamy almond powdery fragrance, and that is literally exactly what this is, you guys. When I smelled this, I instantly had a smile on my face because I don't know what it is, and this is not going to appeal to everybody, okay? This is not going to appeal to everybody, but something about this was so nostalgic to me. It literally reminded me of the Jergens Cherry Almond Lotion. Like, cherry is not a note in here, but I promise you I'm smelling some sort of cherry. But this has almond, I believe this has tonka bean, bourbon vanilla, orange blossom, tobacco, and rose, and I think maybe somehow how the bourbon vanilla and the tobacco are mixing, it's giving a cherry vibe because some tobacco does contain kind of like a cherry type of flavor. So I think that's what's giving this cherry vibe, or maybe they put a cherry note in here and it's just not listed on Fragrantica. But either or, you guys, I absolutely love this. It's very like, it almost kind of gives me a cherry chapstick vibe, but in a good way. Like, I'm speaking more so about the texture of it. It kind of gives me like this filmy, like, I don't know how to explain it, y'all. I don't know how to explain it. I hope you understand what I'm saying, but it just smells so creamy and just so gorgeous. I bought this specifically to layer with my fall fragrances to add a little bit of sweetness to, a little bit of powderiness, a little bit of creaminess to, because I noticed with a lot of my fall fragrances, at least the ones that I've been gravitating towards, they may have something that leans a little bit masculine or a little bit woody, or, you know, those types of fall fragrances that you might just want to add a little bit of sweetness to. And y'all, I layered this with Kayali's Vanilla Royale the other day. Girl, when I tell you that's supposed to be my go-to fall winter combo, like, this is just the perfect layering set, you guys. Again, I could wear this on its own as just like a cozy, casual, chill type of vibe. But honestly, I bought this specifically to layer because I was hoping that the scent profile would be what it was. And while I wasn't really expecting a cherry type of vibe, I'm actually very much a fan of that, and I love it even more. So this is so good, y'all. This is so good. Okay. But yeah, y'all. So I will absolutely be layering this, doing some combos with this, and I just cannot wait to get some wear out of this, you guys. Like, she will for sure be going on my tray for the fall. That is BDK's Velvet. Now, here is a fragrance that I hauled a few months ago, and I just never really updated you guys on it, talked about it. So I wanted to go ahead and just throw it into this haul. So this is Char by Henry Rose. I'm pretty sure it's Char and not Char, but either way. And you can pick this up from Sephora now, but they do also sell this brand in Nordstrom. And y'all, I love this scent, okay? I love the scent, but my issue with it right now is that it does not last. It kind of has me a little trepidatious to try any other scents from this brand, because I won't say that this is like the most expensive brand, but also she's not the cheapest, right? And like I told you guys before, I don't mind if the scent is in beast mode, but if it does not last longer than an hour on my skin, I have a huge issue with that. And I feel like this scent gives me 2 hours tops. So I love the scent profile of this. This has been compared to replicas by the Fireplace, and I can kind of see that, but I would say less smoky, more sweet version. So this has tonka bean in it. There's vetiver. This I think also has orange flower and patchouli as well. And I do really love the combination. There's also ginger in here, which is I think what gives it that sweetness. So I think I just really enjoy the combination of like tonka bean and ginger, or ginger and vanilla, ginger and vetiver. Like, I love those types of scent profiles where it's kind of like a sweet, spicy, a little woody, a little powdery. I'm really into that, but it also smells like there's some sort of musk or something in here. Like, I don't know. I just get a very prominent musk note when I spray this on my skin, but this just smells like I said, a sweeter version of Replicas by the Fireplace. So if you felt like that was like too smoky, too in your face, this is definitely a gorgeous scent. But my issue with it again is it really just has no longevity. It could be my skin, I don't know. Definitely a little disappointed with this one, you guys. So I'm gonna keep it, try to get a little more wear out of it, try to do some different layering combos with it, because it is a really pretty scent. I've worn this around my friends a couple of times and they really liked how it smelled, but I found myself having to reapply. So that's my only issue with it as of now. But I do really like the scent. I think it's worth checking out. And there are just some other fragrances from this house that I want to get my hands on. I just hope that I don't have that same issue with the longevity, because yeah, that was just very disappointing for me. That is Char by Henry Rose. The next fragrance that I'm so hyped, so excited for. This is a scent, y'all, that I would have never even gravitated towards, or I would have never even thought that I liked. But one of the fragrances that it is compared to on Fragrantica, I absolutely love. So I was like, okay, let me try this out and see. This is Byredo's Gypsy Water. I'm so excited. I probably should have taken it out of the packaging before I showed y'all, but I just love how simplistic the packaging is, you guys. Like, it's just so beautiful. But let's go ahead and unbox her. Let's see. I probably could have done this off camera, but also, like, I just want y'all to experience it with me, okay? Because a lot of these I had already taken out. But, y'all, I got the big bottle, okay? Because when I tell y'all, I was not expecting to love this as much as I do. First of all, get into the bottle, okay? Get into the bottle. So let me tell you guys the fragrance that I'm referring to that made me want to purchase this. So if you guys have ever smelled the Gold Expressive by Commodity, I think I hauled it in a Sephora haul last fall or something like that, but I absolutely loved that. And I saw so many reviews and just fragrance in general comparing this scent to Gold Expressive. So I was like, okay, I might actually like this one. And I was a little confused with the notes, not gonna lie. It's got some very interesting notes that I would not typically gravitate towards. There's juniper, I think there's like black pepper, there is lemon, bergamot, and then there's like pine needles. So I was like, girl, I do not know about that. But what really sold me was that there was also orris, sandalwood, amber, and vanilla, which all of those notes that I love, right? So I was like, okay, this could be either a very unique love or a complete fail for me. Like, I just feel like half of the notes, or more than half of the notes, were notes that I know I love. The other ones, I was like, I'm just not so sure. But y'all, I sprayed this on the day that I got it. I have so many scents on right now, so I don't want to spray it, but I'm going to spray it anyway. Y'all, I sprayed this on. The opening, I was not like in love with, but even the opening now I'm starting to come around to. But the dry down of this, y'all, the dry down of this smells so similar to Gold Expressive by Commodity. Y'all, this smells so good. Okay, if you guys like those powdery, a little bit aromatic, a little bit woody, sweet, creamy vanillas, like this is not your gourmand vanilla, okay? This is not your edible vanilla, but the type of vanilla that it is so creamy, so cozy, so inviting. Y'all, I literally could not stop smelling myself. Like, I smell the lemon, I smell the pine needles, I smell the bergamot, and it's just so weird because you would not think that that would smell good, right? You would not think that, oh, I'm walking around smelling like a citrus Christmas tree. Like, no, that's not the vibe in here. It's more of like a sweetened lemon, a sweetened pine, and then as those middle notes, I think the orris root really helps to smooth out those citrus notes that would be a little sharp and challenging without it. Then in the complete dry down, when you get that creamy sandalwood, that vanilla mixed with that really pretty like sweet amber, like, because you know some ambers can lean a little masculine, but it's a sweeter amber. So while this is unisex, I personally feel like it smells very feminine on me. I really, really love this. And this layered with like a musky vanilla, amazing, y'all. Like, this smells so good. This is definitely going to be an easy wear, easy reach, grab and go. And I feel like even though I like having, you know, my nicer niche fragrances for special occasions and things like that, I also feel like if we're going to splurge on a fragrance, we should also have the ones that we can wear every day, right? That we actually are going to get a lot of use out of. So that is why I got the largest size of this, because I can absolutely see me layering this with a lot of things, wearing it by itself, wearing it in the house. Like, this is one of those scents I'm just so happy to have in my collection, you guys. And it just gets better the longer it's on skin. Like, I remember smelling myself 3 hours later and I was like, oh my God, this smells even better than when I first sprayed it on. So yeah, y'all, I absolutely love this. It just is so cozy, comforting, creamy, sweet, woody vanilla, and I absolutely love this. Like I said, the only scent that I can think of off the top of my head that this reminds me of is Gold Expressive by Commodity. So if you like that kind of powdery, cozy, not super gourmand type of vanilla, then you would absolutely love this. Like, this is just, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So yeah, that is Byredo's Gypsy Water. Y'all, this next fragrance, this is actually kind of becoming a theme now with these, but this one is another one that I picked up. I picked this up from a Zara sale, as well as a bunch of perfume oils, which I am not going to include in this haul. If you guys want to know about them, then I will talk about them in another video, but I wanted to feature the actual full-size fragrances that I picked up. So the first one is called Majestic Green. And this is one of Zara's men's fragrances. But y'all, when I saw, first of all, the perfume guy on here and Juice de Rose, they were both talking about how this is a unisex leaning vanilla. And as you guys can see, I'm just very much into kind of more unisex leaning vanillas because I just feel like they just give me that sexy, you know, mysterious kind of edge. And I'm really into scents like that in the fall. So when I saw this, I looked this up on Fragrantica, and y'all, one of the #1 scents they compared this to was Italica by Gypsy, which is another amazing creamy almondy vanilla. Y'all, this is like one of the best. I don't think I actually know of any dupes for Italica. So I would absolutely say this is a very close scent to Italica by Gypsy, if you guys have ever smelled that. It has, again, vanilla, there's sandalwood, there's cardamom, and there's cedarwood and black pepper. So I will say, you guys, I was not expecting to get the level of compliments that I got when I wore this, but this absolutely does remind me a little bit of Gypsy Water. I'm gonna actually just spray this on top. I don't like this atomizer, y'all. It's kind of hard to spray, as you can see. But yeah, this does also remind me a lot of Gypsy Water in that same powdery, creamy, woody vanilla, but it doesn't have as much of the citrus and kind of, you know, herbal aromatic qualities as Gypsy Water, I would say. This definitely has way more vanilla. So when I first spray this out, I definitely can see how this, you know, can be a men's fragrance, because I do kind of get that cedar wood and that spicy kind of cardamom. But honestly, y'all, as soon as this starts to dry down, this starts to dry down into this super sweet, creamy, fluffy, cozy vanilla that literally smells just like Italica. Like, oh my God. This layer with Gypsy water right now, yo, this combo, amazing, off the chain. So I'm so sorry, you guys. I wanted to post this earlier when I first picked it up because it is now sold out, but you might be able to find it on a reseller's website or something like that. Hopefully Zara brings this back. I did get a backup bottle because that is how much I was loving this, y'all. And I got this for like $15. The original price was $40 and this is a 100 ml bottle. So I absolutely, again, see myself using this to layer with or to throw on and go. Like, I feel like this, Gypsy water, and my Velvet Tonka are going to be like my staple layering fragrances for the fall, because they just have that creamy vanillic goodness, whereas one leans a little more fruity, one leans a little bit more spicy, and one leans a little bit more aromatic. But either way, like, they're all perfectly layerable fragrances, and I'm just so happy to have them. So yeah, if you are a fan of Italica by Jerjoff, or those really powdery, sweet, creamy vanillas that have a little bit of spice to them, which the spice definitely starts to tone itself down as it dries down, and it's just more of that warm vanilla. But if you like scents like that, girl, I definitely think you should try to find a bottle of this if you can. They shouldn't be charging crazy amounts for it, but again, you never know with these resellers, girl, and I'm just happy to have a backup. So yeah, that is Majestic Green by Zara. I also needed to say, I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but this was a major compliment getter as well. This next Zara fragrance I got specifically to add to my fall rotation. I don't know what happened, y'all, but I decluttered like the large, vast majority of my Zara fragrances, if not all of them. So I will be speaking more about that in Perfume Declutter. But I just wanted to try some things over the summer, and when they had their sale, girl, I just picked up some stuff. So this was the other full-size fragrance that I picked up. This is Ebony Wood by Zara, and this is not new. This is not new by any means. You can absolutely still purchase this from Zara's website, but I think during the sale, this 100 ml bottle, I don't know if this was like an older packaging of it or what, but this 100 ml bottle was like $7, girl. Like, Zara sales, they be legit, okay? So this I picked up specifically for my fall fragrance wardrobe. I did go through a small travel size of this, and I really, really enjoyed it, you guys. So I have not had it for a while. I do need to refamiliarize myself with the scent, but from what I can remember, this is just a super sexy, very, very unique, like spicy, woody type of fragrance. I know for sure there was like either sandalwood or no, ebony. Duh. That's why it's called ebony wood. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have any other fragrances that have the note of ebony wood in them. So I can't necessarily say that's a note that I can tell right off the bat. But there's also pink pepper in here. And then there's also cloves. So I feel like cloves are one of those spices that leans more sweet than spicy, in my opinion. Like, I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but if y'all have ever made like your own air freshener at home, where you take a pot, you boil it, you put cloves, you put orange peel, you put cinnamon, star anise, and you just like boil it over the stove, and it just fills your house with this like spicy, sweet vibe. That is what this makes me think of. And this is just so sexy, y'all. Like, I would not say this is Blind by Save. This is definitely not like a gourmand fragrance. It's sweet, but in a spicy way. So if you like the smell of cloves, if you like the smell of just like those holiday type of spices with a little bit of woodiness, you would absolutely love this. Like I said, this is not new, but this is just one that I never got around to adding a full-size bottle up to my collection. So I'm super excited I was able to get this for super, super cheap, because she will be getting worn a lot this fall. And this is also a very strong projector as well. Like, for this to be a Zara fragrance, girl, the performance and the longevity, from what I remember, were both amazing. This was also another really big compliment getter. So yeah, this would definitely be a scent that I would layer with something kind of creamy, lactonic, very vanillic, or even something a little more floral to make this be a little bit more feminine. Because while I do feel like this is a perfume, I do feel like a man can wear this as well. So I don't know. This is another scent that I think would just be amazing to layer with something else if you wanted to give it more of a sexy, spicy touch. Like this is giving me fall night out, leather jacket, you know, mini skirt, biker boots. Like that's what this is giving me, and that's totally my vibe in the fall. Like it's giving cat eye, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what it's giving me. So I just absolutely love this, you guys, and I cannot wait to put a little dent in this bottle this fall. Got a few more to go. I hope you guys are enjoying this. So the next one is going to be the newest Floral Street fragrance. This is, hopefully that focuses, this is the Floral Street collab with the Van Gogh Museum, and this is their newest Almond Blossom fragrance, Sweet Almond Blossom fragrance. So y'all, this one, I was not expecting to be a fan of, right? Because, well, I won't say I wasn't expecting to be a fan of it, but so many reviews were basically saying that this was kind of a floral scent. And I wasn't even going to try it at first. I wasn't going to try it, but I was like, you know what? Let me get a travel size, see how I feel about it, because I do typically like Floral Street's fragrances. There's only one that I'm not really a fan of, and surprisingly, it's the vanilla one, which I thought I would love. But yeah, I was not expecting to fall in love with this one, y'all, but this smells so freaking good. So this has, I believe, passion fruit, there's pomelo in here, there's almond, there's vanilla. When I smell this, I'm just gonna spray it because at this point I have on a million different scents, but if you guys can't tell, I love a good powdery scent, okay? I love a good powdery scent, and this was such a pleasant surprise for me. I cannot think of what it is reminding me of right now from Bath & Body Works or just any other perfume. It is smelling so familiar. It's smelling very familiar. It's smelling very nostalgic, and I cannot pinpoint right now what it smells like. If you know what this smells similar to, let me know in the comments below, girl, because I cannot figure it out. But this smells so amazing, you guys. First spray this, you guys, I get this instant juicy mouth-watering blast of like pomelo and passion fruit, y'all. And usually with citrus fragrances, like, you know, they're nice, but there's nothing super captivating about them to me. Like there has to be some sort of vanilla dynamic or something added in to really make it stand out. But for this one, for me, you guys, this is definitely giving spring, summer, but you could also do this year round. I think the addition of the passion fruit really gives this more of that juicy, mouth-watering feel, because I feel like if it was just the pomelo, it would kind of just smell a little tart, a little sour. But the passion fruit, y'all, the passion fruit and the pomelo together, it gives it this fresh sweetness, but it's more so just super juicy, super juicy. Then you get something a little floral. Like I personally would not say this is extremely floral. It is very much a fruity floral, but I get more fruity juiciness and sweetness in this. So I wouldn't say this is gourmand, but she's very much straddling the line between gourmand and fruity floral, I would say. But like I said, after I get that juiciness of the passion fruit and the pomelo, then I start getting something a little bit watery, kind of like a watery type of floral, which is probably the apple blossom. But then there is sandalwood, vanilla, and tonka bean in the base of this, y'all. So it gives it this sexy, effortless, mysterious vibe. I wouldn't even say mysterious, but like the way the tonka bean and the vanilla come together, it gives it kind of that sweet, creamy, powdery vibe, which y'all know I love, obviously, at this point. And then the sandalwood, it's not even a deep, sensual sandalwood, right? I really feel like it's just there to give this a hint of like some depth, so it's not just this fleeting, basic, juicy, fruity floral, right? It just gives it a hint of depth, creaminess. Those three together in the base really just gives this that sweet creaminess, and I just love this, y'all. I just absolutely love this. Like, I want to say I would get a full-size bottle of this, but the only reason I don't think I will is because even if I do go through this, by the time I go through it, it's going to be fall and winter. And this will definitely be something I reach for more in the spring and summer. So this is definitely giving me juicy, fruity types of vibes. And really the florals are just kind of like a supporting role. Like I said, I get more of that creamy vanilla tonka bean mixed with that passion fruit and that pomelo, and it just smells really good. Absolutely love this. Again, it's not what I was expecting. I was expecting something that smelled like a creamy vanilla almond, but that is there. There is just the addition of that juiciness from the fruits, and I think that really makes this a beautiful scent. So this is another compliment getter as well. I had a little tiny size, a little tiny sample size. I've already emptied that, so I'll probably talk about that in a future empties video as well. But yeah, you guys, I'm so happy to have this little pen. It's super convenient, and by the time I go through this, I probably will be ready for my fall fragrances anyways. Overall, I am happy to have this in my collection. It's just a very pretty, delicate, easy to wear, pretty scent. And yeah, if you just don't expect this to be a gourmand, y'all. Just don't expect this to be a gourmand. But go into it and just be expecting a very beautiful feminine fragrance that will absolutely get you some compliments as well. This is a very uplifting, happy type of scent. And if you like that, girl, you will absolutely love this. So yeah, that is Sweet Almond Blossom from Floral. Now, this next little collection, this is actually an entire collection from someone who I didn't even know made fragrances. So these are all from Dolly Parton's collection, you guys. And this is called the Front Porch collection. So there are 4 fragrances in this line. There is also the Scent from Above, which I have not tried that, but these are super affordable, you guys. And I just wanted to, I actually think I'm going to just do a dedicated review for this entire line. So just stay tuned for that. But I wanted to show you guys what they look like because they are just so cute. Like the bottles are just super, super cute, y'all. So this, sorry. This first fragrance is Dolly Parton's Smoky Mountain, and this is what it looks like, y'all. The bottles are just so girly and cute and feminine. Like, look at that. That is just so cute. And spoiler alert, this one is definitely my favorite from the bunch, but honestly, I was pleasantly surprised by how much I liked all of these, y'all. So that I don't spoil the full review, just stay tuned for that because I'm going to review this entire range. But I did want to show you guys the bottles, so let me show you the next one. The next one is Tennessee Sunset. Actually, I can't remember if Tennessee Sunset and Smoky Mountain or Smoky Mountain was my favorite. I'm pretty sure I loved both of them. Like, they might have both been tied for my top ones, but this, okay, let me turn the butterfly around. Okay. So this is the Tennessee Sunset. So again, they all kind of look similar. Like, I probably would have a hard time differentiating between the two, honestly, but this one has more of a darker purple or pink juice. I'm hoping that I didn't put these in the wrong boxes now that I'm thinking about it, girl. I don't know. We'll get into it with the review. Hopefully this is actually Tennessee Sunset and not Smoky Mountain. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out after I film this video. But yeah, as you guys can see, if you get any of these, if you get multiple, it's a little hard to tell the differences between the bottles because they're all clear. So there's that. And for the sake of time, I'm not going to open these because like I said, they're all clear. But this one is Dancing Fireflies. And the last one is Early Morning Breeze. So yeah, you guys, 4 fragrances in this collection. I cannot wait to review them for you guys. I've already worn a couple of them. And like I told y'all, I have some favorites. So stay tuned for that. I will hopefully try to have that up in the next few days or next week or something like that. But I will have these linked in the description box as well if you are interested in checking them out before then. The last fragrances, you guys, again, this is something else that I was gifted by the brand Afnan, Afnan Perfumes. So yeah, they very kindly gifted me 2 of their fragrances. So I have already sprayed these. I've already worn them. They are available on Amazon, so I will have them linked for you guys in the description box. But y'all, the packaging of these, y'all know I'm a big fan of the Middle Eastern fragrances. So I was so happy to receive these and review them for y'all and let y'all know. So the first one is going to be Supremacy Pink. That's what it says it's called on Fragrantica, but I think on Amazon it's actually called Supremacy Parfum. So yeah, first of all, this bottle, y'all, so gorgeous. Y'all know I'm a fan of gold, okay? Like, I'm not a super pink girly girl, but I'm always a fan of anything that has gold. So I love this bottle. So this one is kind of a powdery, musky rose fragrance. Some of the scents that they compare this to on Fragrantica is Versace Bright Crystal, which I feel like Bright Crystal is a little bit sweeter than this. And then the next fragrance was Roses Musk by Montal, which I can absolutely see. This has pink pepper, violets, I want to say peony, rose, which I usually really like a rose peony combo together. Like, that usually does something for me. Sure, it's musk and amber in the base, which again, I'm really a fan of. So This one, I wasn't 100% a love for me, y'all. Like, I feel like in the dry down, I started to like it a bit more. But for me, I think the pink pepper is kind of taking away from the sweetness of this. I'm gonna have to play around with it a little bit more, maybe wear it with some vanillas, because right now, the rose is standing out a little bit more than I would like. I've definitely been gravitating more towards rose combos and rose fragrances lately, but this one is smelling a little closer to kind of that dry rose that I'm not a fan of. I think the peony, the violets, and the musk is kind of helping to soften it, but as of now, I'm not loving this. It almost kind of has like an incensey quality. Like sometimes with a lot of Middle Eastern fragrances, you can definitely tell they're Middle Eastern fragrances because they'll have something that smell a little smoky, a little woody, or something that smells like oud. I'm kind of getting that vibe in here too, mixed with like this musky rose. So I'm not sure how I feel about this one, you guys. I love the bottle. It's cute. It had some really amazing reviews on Amazon. So if you guys want to check it out for yourself, again, I will have it linked. It's not personally my favorite, but I can see if you like a more authentic powdery rose mixed with a little bit of musk, then you might want to check this out. Not really my cup of tea. I might possibly give this to my mother. But yeah, overall, I think she's cute. It's just not my personal scent profile. And again, it did have some really amazing reviews, so you might still want to check that out. This next one, I definitely think I will be keeping. So this is 9 p.m. Perfume. This one, again, is another rose fragrance. Here's get into the bottle, girl. Here, let me actually just take it out so y'all can see. But here is the bottle. These bottles, y'all, they be killing it on these bottles. And this is just super sexy, super chic. This absolutely gives me fall vibe. More of a fruity rose. Think like Angel Nova by Mugler or like Atomic Rose by Initio. This has raspberry, orange, apple, and violet in the top notes. And I definitely get that. It's like, I almost, even though I usually do like violet, I kind of almost wish it didn't have the violet because it has this very sweet candy-like opening that I really, really like. And I feel like if it was just that mixed with the rose, I would like that a lot more. The middle notes have rose, jasmine, peony, and iris. So it's like, there's a lot of florals going on. There's a lot of florals going on. And I can see this getting better in the cooler weather. Right now, I'm not loving this one either. Unfortunately, I do really, really like the opening. I just feel like there are too many challenging florals in here. Like, I like violet, I like iris, I love peony, I love jasmine, and rose is hit or miss. I love a sweet, creamy rose, but that kind of green rose, I feel like if you mix that with too many other florals, it just comes across a little bitter. And I really wish that there was a little bit less of that because I really love the opening. Like, I love how all of those fruits come together. I would love that with just the rose and then the middle notes. But something about, it could be the jasmine, I don't know. Something about how the florals are mixing in here is giving this something a little bit bitter. So I like it, but I also kind of don't like it. So we'll play around with this one. I will let you guys know if I decide to keep this one as well. I really do think I'm going to give the pink one to my mom because she likes scents like that. She loves a very dry, musky, powdery rose, whereas the types of rose I like are more vanillic, more creamy, like Delina exclusive type of vibe. So anyways, this one, she's cute. Again, this is another one that was highly rated as well on Amazon. So if these don't necessarily speak to me, they might speak to you, girl. I don't know. But I am going to still try to play around with them and give them a little bit of a chance, do some layering combos. And then I might just update you guys like later on down the line on like which fragrances have stayed in my collection and which ones I decided to declutter. Because I do have a declutter video coming up as well. So, all right, you guys, that is it for this perfume haul. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please know that there is going to be a part 2 coming with some other fragrances. And also I will have full reviews for the Dolly Parton one. And if you guys want full reviews on anything else, let me know. But I just figured that would be a fun one to do since there are a few fragrances in that collection. So thank you guys so much for watching. Again, I will have all of my affiliate links in the description box below for you to check any of these out or anything else you've been eyeing. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.